Hello, collective. Tarot Flow here to give you your collective reading for the new moon in Taurus. If you feel like this message is going to resonate with you, please stay. If not, scroll away. And please, please, please remember that time is an illusion, energy is fluid. Always take what resonates and leave what does not. So at this time, I'm using Everyday Tarot. My hair is really glowing. I dyed my hair earlier this year. It's like a midnight plum. And like right now you can really see like the purple in it. You really can't see it unless like I'm out in the sun or like under the light, and it's like really glowing purple. So let's see what Spirit has for the collective at this time. Keep seeing, it's been coming up for a couple weeks. I keep seeing the what is it? The Chariot card in my head. And I think I know why. Because if you've been watching my videos the last couple of weeks, I would even say since like the full moon in Scorpio, I think it's been coming up since, and maybe even before that too. But as we are in this Pluto retrograde, as we're moving into these, new spaces, new timelines, whatever you want to call them, the healing work that we're doing at this time is ancestral. So the habits, the patterns, the behaviors, the addictions, the vices, all of that, doing the healing as we are releasing things to restore balance in our bloodline. And I spoke about that in my my energy update for Pluto retrograde. This is ancestral memory. Diving into your ancestral memory in order to kind of give you clarity and or a better understanding of how you're supposed to be healing certain parts of yourself and certain aspects of your life at this time. So I think that's probably why Cancer, that Chariot energy has been popping up so much lately, because like I said, the work that we're doing right now is ancestral. We're having to connect to our bloodline in releasing things in order for us to move past them. And with the full moon in Taurus, because it's about money and luxury and, fulfillment and comfortability and love and connections and all of that, I feel like a lot of us might have some type of repetitive pattern and or behavior or distortion around how we receive that love and or money. And this has been coming up. I've been seeing this pop up the last couple days. A lot of content creators have been talking about that for the new moon in Taurus, which makes a lot of sense as to why I've been seeing the Chariot. But also, the Chariot is also your Merkaba, your Merkaba, which is your spiritual vehicle to help you navigate through realms, right? And as we are doing that ancestral healing, as we are uncovering like layers, I feel like that's what's helping us jump timelines. Because for me as a reader, I feel like the Chariot is very quantum-ish. It's like quantum travel, right? And as we are uncovering those, those ancestral layers of things that, we're needing to heal from and or break, it's just helping us move forward. It's helping us move to these new timelines or move into these new spaces where we're not taking all that extra baggage with us. But in any case, we have the Five of Cups, the Sun, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups, which I really like. And I've already posted my energy update for the new moon in Taurus as well. The Five of Cups is feeling very much like, it feels like a loss, but it's actually not. And you probably heard this saying, like, not every L is a loss, but it's a lesson. And I feel like that's what this new moon in Taurus is giving us. A lot of us are needing to still 1, 2, 3 on the time. And my phone percentage is also 7 7, so that could resonate with you as well. But 1, 2, 3, this is like a step forward, right? This is our stepping stones into this new timeline or this new space that we're finally coming into now. And with the 5 of Cups here, I feel like a lot of us might feel like we've been defeated, or like there's you see how this person's looking at these cups here, like, oh my god, I lost these 3 cups, and don't even realize like there's 2 more cups behind him. And it's almost as if, like, if you've gone through something as of recently where you are looking at it from maybe a place of your ego, like, oh my god, I can't believe these things happened to me, this was a punishment, this was my bad karma for the things that I've done, da da da. And I don't necessarily think that's it. If anything, I feel like the universe is stripping things from the collective at this time to give you a new opportunity. So you might have been holding on to 3 things, but those 3 things were no longer meant for your highest good. These 2 things are. These 2 things are in alignment with things that are coming, with things that are for your highest good. And then you have the sun here, which is, lots of healing, lots of illumination. And I also feel like from now until summer solstice, it's going to be a lot of us getting these revelations and our breakthroughs. And I talked about that last night in my video where I had a breakthrough about something, having to grieve around emotional attachment to things that people gave you that are no longer in your, like, those people are no longer in your life. That's what this feels like, accepting having to move on, accepting the grief, accepting the, okay, that ended, now where do I start? Where do I begin? And now spirit is really needing you to work on your emotional availability, your emotional intelligence, your emotional I'm hearing, like, emotional healing around your feminine, around your masculinity, because this is the King of Cups. And when I said about the sun, um, in terms of the, what was it? I just got a brain for it. The summer solstice. This is us healing our, certain wounds around our masculinity, whether it's father wounds or masculine wounds, whatever that is. And I feel like we're working really hard in doing that right now, especially if you've been, like, hyper independent, if you've been, like, on a grind your whole life and always thought that you had to get it out the mud and, work 3 jobs, overtime, all the things, right? And now we're really coming into a space where we're not operating on toxic masculinity anymore. We're operating in our divine masculinity. We're being more emotionally available, we're being more emotionally intelligent in how we communicate, how we express, and how we're being creative with ourselves. But with the 8 of Pentacles also too, it's like, creating something new, because you've gone from this, like, where, like, what, like, what is life, to understanding, like, oh wow, all of these things happen for a reason. And now you're having to work hard towards something that is not just about, you know, quantity, but quality. Okay. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card here. You know, you're still binding yourself to something from the past that you need to release. So you're needing to work on that the most in order for you to get to this emotional stability here. Okay. What else? And I just feel like at this time, it could be very hard for the collective to gain mental clarity. I might even do a part 2 on this, because there are a couple more cards at the bottom of the deck that I also want to talk about. So yeah, I might have to come back on here and do a part 2, because I don't think the message is done yet. So, yeah, if this resonated with you, please comment down below. And as always, I'm leaving my information down here in the corner so you can contact me for a personal reading, and I'll be back for part 2.